Hey fam, so glad to be back with you. Over the past month, I've had we've had some great Bible study, and we've been talking about marriage. And there's been some hesitation on my part to do any postings on this because I've had two failed marriages, and it's kind of embarrassing and tough. And who am I to give advice on marriage when I failed twice? Now, I will say I could give some advice on some of the failures and why they failed, and really to learn. I've learned from my past experience what not to bring in the next marriage. And by no means I want to get married again. I would love to be married again. So However, I want to pass on the great advice that I received, or that we received as a group in our Bible study from my mentor, Pastor Bonner, Kenneth Bonner, and his wife Carolyn, who have been married for 40 years. 40 years. And they had some great advice. Start out with these. Number one, know your partner's history. That's great. You need to know the person you're marrying, where they came from, what they've been through, and not just the good experiences, but the traumatic experiences. And those traumatic experiences can, will be or may be brought into the marriage, and may impact your partner's behavior. So behavior also, that past experience leads to a generational behavior, something that's passed down from one generation to the next. And it could be good, such as what they saw, positive behaviors that they saw from their parents or their grandparents that were passed down, or it could be negative stuff. So you have to determine what generational behavior that's being passed down from those past experiences. What do you want to keep, and what do you want to break? Very important. And I will say this, there are generational behaviors that probably my ex-wife saw in me, or that I saw in my ex-wives, that, maybe I could work with that and really not resolve it, really not get down to the core issue, and try and work on those things, resolve those things, and fix those things before getting into the marriage. Because sometimes, especially when we're young, we're marrying on, we're a lot of times we're married based on how we feel, and it's about love. And sometimes we overlook things and want to be blind to things. And sometimes we even marry on potential, or what we think, what we could work on, work with, and develop and grow. The other point that they made, how hard are you willing to work? There's a reason why the vows are like till death do you part, because marriage is work. It's, we have a fairy tale image, perception of it, but it takes work. There's good times, there's bad times, there's horrible times, there's great times. But how hard are you willing to work? How hard are you willing to compromise? How hard are you willing to communicate? And how hard are you willing to resolve issues? Here's another point that they made. Enjoy passion, enjoy the laughter, enjoy the deep connection, and share dreams. And more importantly, you guys, both as a couple, especially as believers, that you pursue Christ together, that you pursue your relationship with the Lord together. But realize that every day is a new day. This life is short, but it's so important to enjoy each day, and to enjoy the passion, the laughter, the good times, the joking around, and even look back on the bad times and say, hey, baby, we got through this. We got through it. All right. And then they ask some questions. What blueprint are you following? Because marriage, everyone says marriage is 50-50. It's really not 50-50. It's 100. When man and woman comes together, you are one flesh. So it's 100. So it requires both of you guys to give all of yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, all of that. And finally, remember this: your marriage is a representation of Christ. So husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. That means giving all of yourself, submitting yourselves in every way to serve, to grow your wife, to grow your relationship. And really, your marriage is a reflection of your belief in Christ. And it is a ministry in itself and can either attract or repel people to the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I hope that helps today. Yeah, so be positive about marriage. Get married. It's a good thing if you do it the right way and you just give all of yourself to your partner. All right. Have a great one.